Hey guys, if you like to party and the stock block is what you're trying to go fast on, we have a new brand for you here, Stock Block the World. Go to the link in the video and support us. It should eventually lead to t-shirts, hoodies, and other apparel.
So guys, we are on our way to House of Hook, and it's going well. Had a tire blowout, you can kind of see it. Thankfully, I got plenty of spares, hopefully, so we're gonna get this thing changed. Transmission's gonna be a little bit cold, but let's give this thing a little spool test. So that's why I do that, to get some heat in the trans. Probably another hour or so before we run, but I just wanted to make sure it was still going to get up on there. So let's get the car ready.
So as you guys saw, did a little spool up test, a little slow, but the transmission was still a little cold, so it'll do better after the burnout. And of course after that, that's one reason I do that, is to get some heat in the trans. So got two different tune-ups loaded in there, one that should go down and one that should definitely go down, unless we just missed the mark completely, which happens. You know, changing the converter can change a lot, but we're gonna see what it does. So we gotta go through tech apparently. I didn't realize that, so we're gonna get through that and then get back here. As you saw, we spun on the first pass. The converter is definitely tighter, but you probably noticed it got on the brake a little bit quicker compared to the warm-up video, so that was good. A few other guys spun too, so John made some suspension changes. Kind of just gonna, we got two tune-ups loaded, and we're just gonna choose accordingly. Don't know who we have first round yet, but driver's meeting's here 10-15 minutes, so I'll get up there and try to see whether I need to overthink it and throw too much power at it.
Get them paired up.
Guys, we just ran first round. We had Anthony Sellers in the Vendetta car. Really nasty car. I knew it was like a miracle to get the win, and unfortunately, well, miracle wasn't in the cards. But he's a good dude, and I'm okay with him winning. I wanted to show you right here. We had an issue on that run. If you look up top there, that's the wastegate target is this one right here. And then, this is the RPM, and that's boost, and then that's actual wastegate pressure. So you can tell our target is relatively flat with the taper off the top. And then the boost, it goes up and then comes down, so we lost a lot of power. We're down 15 to 18 pounds up top. And that's because this right here is dropping, which is actual wastegate pressure. Just, we ran test mode for the fuel tech, and everything was working, so not sure why I did that. It's holding pressure like it's supposed to. But what I'm going to do is just kind of go over things a little bit more. Somebody just had wrecked a really nice vehicle, so as long as the track doesn't get too sketchy, I'd like to make another hit tonight. It'll be a bit, and if not, then we'll just do it tomorrow. We should have a decent starting point. But I'm happy the track went down. The car went down. First pass spun, so that sucks. I hate spinning. And John made some suspension changes. I left the same tune-up in it, and it did it made a hell of a 60-foot. So, and actually went out a little early because I like this is just taking too long, anyways, that's what we got. If we run again, I'll make sure to get you guys. We are out here, day number 2, Carolina No Time. Yesterday we planned to run again. We had a boost issue. I showed you in the graph. Well, what I think is happening is something's backfeeding through the solenoids, causing them to hang open, possibly the two-step button. Then maybe something else, but I spent like an hour and a half going over it. I thought I had bad solenoids. Found a guy with some, bought them, didn't fix it. So here it is now. It's 8:30 or whatever. I'm going to just start going over some stuff again. I think I can get it figured out. If not, I have another idea that may work. So we just got to see. But based off the data we got yesterday, the car it would have won a PB if it would have held power out back. It was so I think this converter's working, but we just gotta make it all stick together and find out. And I'm sorry for the glare. The sun is blocking my screen. But so anyways, let me get going on this. And also, it's beautiful out here today. I think the high is going to be 80, and it's going to be a little. Probably hot in the sun, but it'll hang out in the canopy. And also, I want you guys to see that even though Andrew's truck has 20s on it, he should have done a better job of washing it because it looks streaky, whereas mine does not have 20s and it hasn't been washed in like 3 months. So we got the wiring, not really wiring, but the boost situation squared away. I changed the solenoids out for the spare ones I got last night from a guy, and just kind of redid the wiring at the connector there, which I don't have another connector, so I had to just straight wire them for now. Seems to be good though. Seems to be working correctly. Two-step worked good, not bleeding off. Like before, I would do a simulated run, and about the second time, it would just bleed all the boost off for whatever reason. So something was going on there. But anyways, looks like we're good now on that. Still another couple more hours till we actually get to run. So just kind of hanging out for the time being. Parlayer's in there cooking, being a chef. John is judging, and Andrew is also judging. And this Titanium Dynamics material supplied downpipe and dump tube are looking gangster. Alright, so I forgot to update you guys after the first test pass today. I don't know if I updated you after we got the solenoid stuff working, put different solenoids in it, messed with the wiring a little bit, and it's good now. Tested it multiple times. I was able to fix the issue it was having, which was hanging the boost open for whatever reason. So we sat around for hours, about fell asleep 200 times, and finally we went up there, made the first hit, made it almost to the 60, made it like right over a second, and tires shook again, and relays fell out and cut off. So I coasted down the track, and I couldn't make it, so I had to get out and pop the relays back in and drove it off the track. Cooled it down quick, probably 20-30 minutes, and that's like, let's just get one more test hit before the driver's meeting, and went up there. And I ended up letting off at 3.6. It actually tried to spin a little bit on the shift at 2 seconds. In John's old video, you can see it kind of put a little dark spot on the track, and that's basically right at on the shift. I see a little bump in the drive shaft speed. This is where data is cool to have, guys. So I think we just tried to knock the tire off on the shift there, and it made the car squirrely. That being said, I'm on a PB 330, and it didn't go PB on the big end. But it's man, this thing is going to go fast if we make a full hit next. This converter is definitely working. We're figuring some stuff out, and the way the track felt, the fact that it even did what it did to the 60 and 330 was crazy. But anyways, so now we got first round coming up in about an hour. We have to race Richard Dishner. It's a badass street car. Man, the thing is, it's a heavy all-steel Camaro, and it's dirty though. It runs fast. And last night, they're calling him the Giant Killer because he had a couple of guys he ran that definitely that were faster than him, and he knew it. And he got down the track and they didn't. I think we're gonna leave his tune-up alone. Maybe make it a little hotter at 2 seconds onto the run, and see if we can go out and win first round hopefully, and maybe get a PB also. But that's where we're at. So now we're killing some time for another 30 minutes or so, and then we're gonna go up there and see how round one goes.
Got the win. Really, Bob?
So I didn't update you guys after the first round. I was busy just, like always, trying to turn the car around. Anyways, we won first round, which, we have a serious weight advantage against Richard's car because, like I said, it's an awesome street car. We got the win, and it was an awesome run all around. PB everywhere but the 60, and the mile per hour is off about 1 mile per hour. I was really happy to get a PB again. So then the second round we had Vendetta again, Anthony Sellers, who we had Friday night, and obviously that's a bad machine. We go up there, I make some changes, put a little more in the front half, and it, I get him on the tree, and I don't know if I was watching out of my periffs and drove out of the groove or what, because obviously I was expecting a flyby because I know he's got some power on me. But I ended up making a move just before the 330 towards the right, towards the center of the lane, and I let out because his car's, I don't want to mess mine up again, and his car's pretty too. I let out and of course lost. Otherwise, I'm not going to say he wouldn't have got me up top. He may have clipped me, but I had a pretty good starting line advantage, and it could have been a real nail biter at the finish line. But it's it is what it is. Learn from it, and we got some more data. I think we're on our way to another PB 330, and possibly more, but it doesn't matter now. So now I am going to make some changes still, like always. We're crossing the traps with the converter. It's roughly, it was about 8,800 on the first round run. So my goal is we're going to pull this converter's tighter. We're going to pull some gear out. We have a 373 here. Heard a lot of stories about 390s being weak, so a little nervous about trying that and having to break and lock the rear end up. So I'm going to try a 373 and see what that will do. With the converter being tighter, I'm hoping that it won't kill it too much on the shift because we're going to load the converter more on the leave. If it does, we'll have to just figure something out. But I think we're just turning a lot of unnecessary RPM, whereas the heads just can't flow that high, and we got to do something to fix that. I also noticed that the car was you could see on the run, the test pass we made before first round. If you watch John's video, you'll notice on the shift, you'll see the car's tracking, you'll see all of a sudden a thick black spot on the tires, which I can see it in the data log too, in the drive shaft sensor, where it was actually trying to spin on the shift a little bit, which made the car get a little squirrely. So if we pull some gear out, maybe the shift won't be so violent as well, and we'll be less likely to cause that. But I think with some gear out, we'll be in a more ideal power band, and we should be able to go faster as long as the converter holds up. And you can speculate all you want, but in the end, you don't know until you try. So that's what we're going to do. But overall, still happy. Glad to get a PB again. It's been running pretty close to it, but then we just kind of blew it out of the water, which was awesome. So this converter change from the guys at Ulitmate Converter Concepts definitely worked. Now just need to just keep chipping away at it and see what else we can do with this 94 millimeter. It's a small turbo for the class we're in, and we're outgunned by a lot, but I think we're on to something, and I think if we can get a few more numbers out of it, we should be somewhat competitive, because the way this thing was 60 foot another day, the track wasn't that, it was not bad, but especially in the heat, what it did, it just, I think we're on to something here. So we may mess it all up switching converters, but we're going to find out. So that's where we're at. And just so you guys know, Stop Block the World shirts should be out here in a couple weeks. The first round, I think you're going to like them. And I appreciate you guys' patience with this. I'm the king of procrastinating when it comes to that kind of stuff. But they're going to be cool. But that being said, thanks for watching. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe.